We live on a planet where human beings built the Great Pyramids of Egypt, where we crossed vast oceans long before maps existed, where we climbed the highest mountain on Earth, where we explored the deepest part of the ocean, a place where we discovered medicines that have saved millions of lives. We invented music that can make us laugh, cry and dance. We built hospitals, schools and libraries. And we created languages that have been passed down from generation to generation, hundreds and sometimes thousands of times. Scientists estimate that around 117 billion human beings have lived on our planet since our species first appeared. Let's just think about that for a moment. 117 billion people. Each one learning something, discovering something, solving a problem, or passing an idea that helped the next generation. Welcome to the human story. Have you ever stopped to think about how many people helped you before you even arrived at school today? The clothes you're wearing may have been made by someone living in another country. The fruit you ate for breakfast may have been grown hundreds or even thousands of kilometers away. The road you traveled on was designed and built by people you'll probably never meet. And the book sitting on your desk was written by one person, printed by another, delivered by another, and placed on your classroom shelf by somebody else. Even the language you're speaking right now has been shaped by countless generations of people over hundreds and in some cases thousands of years. Every single day, billions of people work together. Most of them will never meet, and yet together they make our world work. Perhaps that is humanity's greatest superpower. Not our strength, not our speed, not our intelligence, but our ability to work together. And there is something else that makes us remarkable too. You see, scientists have discovered that even very young babies can recognize it when another baby is upset. Often they become upset too. This ability is called empathy. It's our ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's part of what makes us human. And when we help another person, our brain rewards us. The brain releases a chemical that makes us feel happy, connected and value every time we help another person or living being. It's almost as though we were designed to care for one another. But there is a very important difference between being nice and being kind. You see, being nice is smiling at someone, but being kind is helping them when they need you. Being nice is saying encouraging words, but being kind is taking action that makes someone else's life a little better. Kindness isn't simply saying something. Kindness is doing something. And when people choose to act, extraordinary things can happen. Let me show you what I mean. You see, around the world, millions of people do not always have access to safe drinking water. In some communities, children have to collect water from rivers, lakes, or streams because there is no clean water nearby. The problem is that this water can sometimes contain tiny bacteria and parasites that are too small to see but can make people very sick. A group of inventors looked at this problem and asked a simple question. What if children could safely drink water straight from any river? And it sounded almost impossible. But after years of hard work, they created something called life straw. It looks like an ordinary drinking straw, but inside are tiny filters that remove harmful bacteria, parasites and other contaminants as the water passes through. Today, life straws have been used around the world during natural disasters, humanitarian emergencies, and in communities where access to safe drinking water is limited. Just think about that for a moment. Somebody out there saw a problem, and instead of walking away, they asked, "What can I create that will help?" One simple idea, one remarkable invention, and millions of people helped. That is what kindness can look like. Sometimes kindness is sharing, sometimes kindness is giving your time, and sometimes kindness is using your imagination, your curiosity, your creativity, and your knowledge to invent something that changes lives. That's one of the greatest things about being human. When we work together, we don't just solve problems, we create hope. But unfortunately, not everyone has the same opportunities in life. Some children wake up excited to go to school. Others wake up wondering if there will be enough food for breakfast. And some children cannot even turn on the tap to get fresh water. This is why the United Nations created Sustainable Development Goal number 1. Its goal is to end poverty in all forms, everywhere. Poverty is about much more than money. It's about making sure every person has the opportunity to live healthy, safely, and with a hopeful life ahead of them. The wonderful news is that we're already making progress. Over the last few decades, hundreds of millions of people have moved out of extreme poverty. More children are going to school, more families have access to water, and more communities have health care. But the story isn't finished. Every single day, people all over the world are helping to write a better future. Teachers, doctors, engineers, farmers, scientists, volunteers, parents, neighbours, and children. That's right, children just like you. So what can you do to end poverty? Perhaps your class could collect books for another school. Perhaps you could organise a food drive for families in your community who don't have food. Perhaps you could grow vegetables in your community garden. Perhaps you could raise money for an organisation needing help. Or you could invent something that solves a problem that no one else has solved before. Never underestimate the power of one small action. Every great movement in history began because somebody cared enough to do something. Today, that somebody is you. Because kindness is not just a feeling, kindness is an action. And every action, no matter how small, helps build a better world. So today, choose your challenge to achieve SDG number 1. Work together, be curious, be courageous, take action, and get going. Because the next great idea that changes the world might begin in your classroom. It might begin in your school. It might begin with you.